Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I'm going to share with you perspective from a former Ripple executive who explains why he believes the price of XRP hasn't exploded. And now, mind you, he hasn't been shy about the fact that he firmly believes XRP is going to be worth way more in the future. He's just talking about what he thinks the hurdles have been to this particular point. And it's interesting because you'll see, given that he used to be an executive at Ripple, he just doesn't work there anymore. What he's talking about, it looks like it's through the lens of a Ripple employee. And it's fascinating because there are a lot of other reasons outside of Ripple to have confidence in XRP and the XRP ledger existing long-term and being worth way more in the future than it is right now. But he knows certain things. He has a certain perspective given his background having worked at Ripple, and it kind of bleeds through into the post, which is not a complaint. I'm just observing this. Then I also want to share with you this story from the Crypto Basic. Ripple CTO responds to claims Ripple suppresses XRP price with trading bots. And so there you go. Another reason this has been making the rounds on social media. Another reason that XRP price has not exploded yet, but it's gonna explode. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so here's the latest post from this afternoon from Sean McBride, former Ripple employee, explaining why he thinks XRP price hasn't exploded. And that word, by the way, is his word. Reads as follows. My wife and I were discussing XRP and potential reasons why it hasn't exploded like it should. I used the analogy of having a Lamborghini, XRP, but only being able to drive it on a road filled with potholes, which would be the current payments infrastructure. Rebuilding an archaic global payments financial infrastructure doesn't happen overnight. But when it happens, expect that Lamborghini to have a nice, fresh, smooth surface to burn rubber all over Gary Gensler's face. Jerk. Gotta admit, I like that post. And so you can see what I was saying, right? It seems clear that he's thinking, in my opinion, the way I'm reading this is that he's speaking through the lens of like a Ripple employee, right? Because obviously there are a lot of other reasons that XRP will or won't go, right? Because XRP, if you look at the price movements we've had for its entire existence, it's just been correlated with where Bitcoin goes, right? And so, yes, you can talk about the SEC action for sure as far as why it hasn't hit a new all-time high. But XRP, even where it is now, and even at the current price, it's wildly successful. Number 6 in market cap over 20,000 coins. I know people want the price higher, but I think people lose that perspective because they want it to be higher. And if you've been holding it for years, you'll want more. I understand that. Right now, it's wildly successful this very freaking second. But it's not only about Ripple. In fact, yes, the reason that XRP is there is because XRP has certain attributes, and it's on the XRP ledger, which has certain abilities that the market finds desirable. That's why XRP is where it is. But if you're wondering why it's not worth even more, well, let's be real here. Utility only matters so much in 2024. It certainly matters more than when I jumped into crypto in 2017. That's very obvious. And that's why I think even when you had the last market cycle in 2021, there were a lot of coins that did have all-time highs in 2017 that, yes, moved in correlation with the market, but did not hit new all-time highs. They weren't all winners last market cycle. And there might be even fewer winners this market cycle when it's all said and done. We'll see what it looks like. So all that to say, it's not just about what Ripple, but it's kind of neat though that I hope he's right, because if XRP is broadly adopted, even for what Ripple's doing in positioning as a bridge currency, if it's widely useful, even for one use case, yeah, then it's got staying power anyway. I'm just arguing that it's here for other reasons, because other people are building things, other businesses find it useful, very obviously. Then there's this. Ripple CTO responds to claims Ripple suppresses XRP price with trading bots. And this is a bunch of nonsense, but I want to cover this. Let's tackle this. I ain't afraid to talk about the negative sounding stuff because, frankly, most of the time anyway, it's just very unreasonable and poor perspectives. That is no different here. Piece reads as follows. Ripple CTO David Schwartz has responded to circulating claims that the company suppresses XRP price with programmatic sales using trading bots. The XRP community is no stranger to whispering rumors that Ripple suppresses the price of XRP by conducting large-scale sales. Key factors contributing to these speculations include Ripple's substantial XRP holdings and the perceived sluggishness in XRP's growth. Again, I just pause to stay here. Yes, there is that perspective, in part because XRP didn't hit a new all-time high last market cycle because of the SEC, not because there's a problem with XRP. But even so, right this second, XRP is one of the most successful cryptos in history, and people lose sight of that. That's why I wanted to repeat it. So there's a perceived sluggishness. But if you look at where XRP has grown from inception to now, not sluggish at all. Massive, wild, rare success. That's what XRP is in reality. Anyway, piece continues. These rumors recently gained increased prominence as emails purportedly documenting a conversation from 2017 regarding Ripple's programmatic sales of XRP came to light. The documents had been in public circulation since last year, supposedly used as exhibits in the SEC v. Ripple case. However, the spotlight intensified on them when Cowboy Crypto, a prominent figure in the XRP community, highlighted them in an X post. Media personality Zach Rector also called attention to the document in a recent YouTube video. The documents reveal a purported conversation between leading market-making firm GSR and a member of Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse's team. In the conversation, GSR and Brad Garlinghouse's team agreed on plans to discontinue what they called the 6T bot. That's the number 6 and the letter T bot. Per the disclosure, their intention was to halt the 6T bot for the same rationale behind discontinuing the 4T bot. From the email exchange, these bots appeared to be trading bots leveraged by Ripple for the programmatic sales of XRP. It bears mentioning that Ripple used GSR, a leader in crypto programmatic sales executions, for its programmatic sales to exchanges. The conversation detailed plans to stop these sales and, quote, let XRP breathe, end quote. And I'll pause to note, programmatic sales are any of Ripple's sales of XRP that are not part of on-demand liquidity. That's all that means. They call them programmatic sales. In his YouTube video, Zach Rector called attention to the fact that following this email exchange, which occurred on December 18th, 2017, XRP witnessed a price explosion. Data from the charts confirm that the crypto token rallied 417% from a low of 64 cents on December 18th, 2017 to its all-time high of $3.31 on January 4th, 2018. This incident triggered questions on whether Ripple's programmatic sales at the time were responsible for the suppression of XRP's price. However, such a move from Ripple would not be particularly logical, as the firm stands to benefit the most from an XRP price increase. Yes, so look, Ripple's sales of XRP have been made very public by Ripple. They were selling throughout this. So timing of that aside, that does nothing. Because look, if Ripple were dumping to such a degree that by flipping it off, the price would go up in face melt fashion, my God, can you imagine? That's just the price of XRP. If they were doing it to that degree, it would have been way down throughout 2017. That doesn't even make logical sense. The truth is, and you can look at what Ripple's sales of XRP have been, because they've been well documented for, almost Ripple's entire existence. XRP price, it's gone up despite that. And in fact, I'm going to show you some numbers in just a second here, because in terms of the, if you want to call it the inflation rate of XRP, even though technically XRP, it is deflationary, but if you're talking about Ripple's XRP getting into what is considered circulation, I've got some data. I'm going to show you some data on that, and it just kind of puts this whole theory to bed. It is not the case that Ripple's selling of XRP has in any sort of material way resulted in some sort of unreasonable, artificially low price. That is not the problem here. The real problem, as I've been saying for years, if you want the price of XRP to be higher, and it's a quote unquote problem, you need more demand. That's it. And so what makes that happen? Crypto side, we just see this. The 4-year cycle is a thing, man. And so David Schwartz pointed out the following. He said, we stopped programmatic sales of XRP. So clearly that's not a reason that XRP would be down to this particular point. Here you can see, and he shared this little markets report from Ripple. I don't think I knew the whole thing. Here, Ripple has continued to sell XRP only in connection with ODL transactions. See, since 2020, Ripple has sourced XRP from the open market to ensure there is a sufficient supply of XRP available for our growing ODL business. So they buy and they sell. That's it. And so you'll notice that after XRP ran, it's not like Ripple at that moment was, going from 2017 into early 2018 when it hit the new all-time high. It's not like at that moment, that's exactly when Ripple quit the programmatic sales. They didn't. And the price of XRP still went down. Why? Because the reason it went up in the first place is because there was crypto mania. XRP was just moving like the rest of the market was moving. That's it. And it's silly to think otherwise. It's completely absurd. So there was this post from attorney Bill Morgan. He reposted what I just shared with you from David Schwartz, and he said, some in the XRP community want to believe it's Ripple's controlled bots or Ripple dumping or the escrow that suppresses XRP's price. Before that, it was Jed McCaleb's taco stand wallet. Well, that ran out in 2022, and programmatic sales by Ripple stopped in 2019. What's the next theory? Yep, exactly. And so people for years were saying Jed McCaleb's dumping on the market. That's why the price of XRP won't go up. And so I noted that as soon as his wallet was empty, the price of XRP changed 0%. It kept doing what it was doing because, surprise, surprise, the percentage of sales from Jed McCaleb was not enough to move the market. Same for what Ripple has been doing. It doesn't move the market in any sort of detectable, movable way. Ripple could literally stop right now, and if you fast forward 3 months from now, you won't see a difference. It's not detectable over that short of a time period. Somebody named Still1 responded to Attorney Morgan and wrote, look at the tokenomics. You can see the story of XRP versus others in the top 50. It's just math. It's not based on emotion or biases. XRP's poor performance is directly related to constant selling by Ripple. At invest_answers has put out some great content on the tokenomics. And so this guy's very popular. Invest Answers, 179,000 followers on X. Doesn't like XRP or doesn't think it makes sense. But this is wrong. This is unquestionably wrong, as I will show you in just a second here. And Attorney Morgan kind of pointed this out here. He wrote, you are citing someone who thinks XRP has a near unlimited supply and infinite inflation when it has a finite deflationary supply. And then he shared some screen grabs from what Invest Answers wrote. So he just doesn't like XRP, and he's saying stuff to his massive audience that's literally incorrect. You can see a post from, looks like this was February 3rd of 2022. And he's talking about the monthly escrow release from Ripple, almost all of which always goes back into a new escrow. And here's what he wrote. Another 1 billion XRP was released from escrow. Only 51 billion left. The beauty of super soft assets with near unlimited supply like fiat. People wonder why it is still down 80% from levels reached 4.25 years ago. Hashtag selling pressure. Now, of course, this is wrong, and again, I'm going to show you more data in just a second, but got to set this up right. And here's another one from him. Looks like this was, December 21st, 2023. XRP, despite infinite inflation, eclipsed by Solana. Infinite inflation. Never mind you. There's a finite supply, and deflation is literally coded into it, which you don't even have with Bitcoin. It's literally coded into it. With every single transaction, a little bit is burnt. It's literally by code deflationary. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about, but he sure wants to say things that aren't true to his followers because, hey, there's a lot of XRP hate out there. So what are the real numbers? We'll take a look at this. XRP community member Franz Vanderhorst wrote the following with this chart, which you should look at if you're not driving. XRP's circulating supply has been growing by about 6% per year on average for the last 6 years. Link, so Chainlink, 34% in 3 years. 34% increase in 3 years. Solana, 51% in 3 years. XRP, though, just 36% in 6 years. In double the time, still only 36% increase. That's not that much. Clearly, Ripple selling XRP is not a factor. In fact, there have been years where the amount of new Bitcoin entering the ecosystem in terms of percentage increase has been more or about the same as XRP increase in circulating supply from Ripple sales. So it's just a bogus narrative, but people that don't like XRP, they're happy to lie to their followers. Even if they've got hundreds of thousands of followers and then their followers end up believing false information, they don't care. They put it out there into the universe. Now, it's stupid as hell, but can we put this narrative to bed? Because again, XRP hit its all-time high as Ripple was selling XRP. And it dropped despite that. Like it went up, it went down. That's what the market did. And then if you look at the bit of increase over the last 6 years, again, there's no way this is enough to explaining this. The problem is, if you want to call the problem, the demand side. You need a bigger crypto pie. You need more people jumping into crypto in general, and then XRP will get a piece of that. That's it. There are other coins with way, way less attractive inflation. New coins hitting the market, so on and so forth. It's not been bad for XRP comparatively. That's just fact. So now you're armed with data and you can argue against any of the bitch-ass trolls that say otherwise because they're just wrong, and that is that. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.